right, well, let's see what this is all about.
We live in a slave world called the Matrix. The humans have been bound and kept in a state of slavery and ignorance.
Andrew Tate simulator?
We can free ourselves from this system. We must rise up against the Matrix. Please, listen to me. You're living in a simulated world.
That looks like Andrew Tate. He's got the same hairline, his prison hairdo.
Show you the truth.
Not sure I want to know the truth. Seems like it's better to just stay in the dark.
Okay, that was a very slim demonstration. Scale unique NPCs for your world. NPC backstories and context can be customized for a unique experience. Not available in the demo release. That's a suspicious caveat. I'm not interested in AI games like this because they'll never be able to have a realistic reaction to something like, I'm gonna fuck your dog. You don't know that yet. You don't know that. AI is improving every day. You never know. AI voice actors. We work closely with talented voice actors to train each of the AI voices. Our AI models learn how to perform by copying the real voice actors' unique speech patterns, pronunciations, and emotional range. And the end result is an AI voice actor you could use in your games or films. I have a feeling that they're not working with actual voice actors. they're working with like people who aspire to be voice actors, but like never got an actual paid gig. Like this is probably their first paid voice actor gig. I can't imagine like a legitimate accredited working voice actor willingly volunteering themselves for this type of project. I mean, because it's right here. The end result is an AI voice actor you could use in your games or film. Yeah, the end result is you won't have to hire a voice actor anymore. What self-respecting voice actor is going to, lend their talents and abilities to that end? They're definitely not working with real voice actors. This is a stock photo of something. First gig, and they probably didn't realize they don't get to own their voice after. Probably paid shit, and they don't get a real cut. Yeah, of course. No, this was definitely like money up front, no residuals, no cut or anything, no credit. Just money up front to use your voice, and the money wasn't that good because these dudes are like wannabe voice actors, aspiring voice actors who haven't ever been able to like get a real paid gig. Replica provides natural sounding text to speech. When you have something to say and a fake robotic voice won't cut it. We've created a process to clone a voice and give your project a personal touch. Digital rights. We take security seriously, so we've developed DMR solutions to protect our AI voices from being used as a deepfake by unsavory characters. The Replica voice print technology provides an extra layer of security. I would like to know more about that. Like, what exactly are they doing to protect? Like, what does that actually mean? And by the way, digital rights doesn't just mean protecting your what you own as a corporation from being used in deepfakes. Digital rights means like the actors whose voices are being used on these models get some level of residuals from or say in how their voices are even used by these applications. This is like digital corporate rights, not digital workers' rights. Voice library growing. Replica gives voice artists the ability to scale their voice, either their natural voice or unique voice characters. Creative studios can pay to use in their projects. Pay you, not the voice actors. Find the perfect voice in Replica voice library from voices around the world. This is what they need to elaborate on. Like, what does this pay to use in their projects mean? Like, obviously it means that Replica Studios gets paid, but like, do the voice actors whose voices are being used get paid? To quote Geralt, doubt it. Seriously doubt it. Smart speaker skills. Entertain the world with Alexa skills of voice games powered by your own voice. Human-like interactions and tones bring your smart speaker skills to life. What? Alexa. Voice interfaces. Replica provides high-quality branded voices for your conversational interfaces. Deliver more natural-sounding conversation agents with custom voices. Help your robotic projects sound more human-like. Replica brings a new level of control and opens up a new world of possibilities for robot communication. Software products. Developers engage users and customers with Replica voices embedded in your software projects, brands, dynamically generating music. Discover a new way to integrate weird and wonderful voice samples into your music. We provide a unique opportunity to accelerate content creation, oh boy, and experimentation for music artists. Avoid expensive vocal sample licensing. Now, there it is. They cut right to the chase at the very end of that. Avoid expensive vocal sample licensing. I wonder why it's so expensive. Couldn't possibly be because paying for those licenses might actually, see some money go back to the artists of which you're sampling. So this is just another way to get around paying artists for their labor. Techstars, of course. Replica is a Techstars company. We attended the Techstars Music Accelerator program held in Los Angeles. Just even this image is like really annoying to me. This is like the aspirational image of a tech bro worker circa 2012. Like, yeah, we work at a cool office. We sit in beanbag chairs wearing beanies, with our laptops with wacky stickers on it. Look, I've got a cup of coffee next to me and a plant. It's just that kind of stupid shit. And it's like, it did a good job in luring a lot of people towards that industry when they thought the alternative was like working at a H&R Block or something where you have to wear a button-up shirt and a tie and, talk about TPS reports all day. And selling this image to like kids that are just coming out of college went a long way towards, just watch that TV show Silicon Valley. And some of these guys, yeah, some of them make money. Some of them do. But, most of the time, like the appeal of tech work, and I say this as someone who works in the tech industry, the appeal of it isn't like the lifestyle that they're pitching here. The appeal of it is basically like a job version of a pump and dump. Like the idea that I'm going to work for this startup. Part of my hiring process is they give me a shit ton of equity in this startup because, they can just invent a value out of nowhere and just give me however many shares. And then maybe if we're lucky, if we're that unicorn and we get like $1 billion valuation and then like we get bought up by Oracle or something, all of those shares that I have will be worth, millions of dollars overnight that I can just cash out. For a lot of people, that's like, that's a retirement plan. You're not getting Social Security, or the Social Security that you get's not going to cut it, Your 401k evaporates every economic crash. Who knows if you'll ever be able to afford a home, but if you could roll the dice on that company, that startup you work for, and they get bought out by someone, that's how you cash out. So yeah. That was enticing. Like that's a 1-2 enticing combo to a lot of college grads circa 2009 to 2015 or so. It's a little bit less glossy now. I think the veneer has kind of come off of the tech industry. It's that's why it struck me as funny to see this image being used in their About Me section. It just kind of posits them as being like dated. It's dated. It just seems dated. Like what kind of image are you trying to present of yourself here? It's like an image of a tech company, in the Obama administration. They're the villains now. Like they weren't outwardly the villains back then, but they're definitely the villains now. Our team members are passionate gamers and movie buffs. We want to bring the joy of creativity to more people. We're deep learning and cybersecurity engineers with years of experience. Okay, so that's another thing. Like the idea is like we're gonna make it easier for people to like create things. We're gonna break down the walls of creativity, break down the barriers. But these things are never they're never developed for regular people. They're always geared towards capital owners. That's why all of their tech point or their bullet points were like basically saying we're cutting out labor. Like people who work for a living doing voice acting or doing music, we're cutting all those dudes out, because if you own a company, a production company that's doing movie shoots or that's making video games or whatever, or doing music for commercials or whatnot, you want as little overhead as ideally you want zero overhead. If this AI can work autonomously without any human input at all, that would be perfect, but you're at least gonna have to have a couple of people running the AI, so you're gonna have some overhead, but it's gonna be a lot less than it would be if you actually had to like work with human voice actors or human musicians and like pay them. So all of this is targeted towards, you know, the capital owners reducing as much overhead as humanly possible. And they're trying to get like public support behind them by positing it as this is going to open up creativity. You know, this is going to let normal, regular people be creative and you know, break down walls and barriers, which is true to a degree. It is true, but I mean, it's a double-edged sword. I'm sure they are actually located in Delaware. They definitely have an office in Delaware. If I went to Delaware, there's going to be some dudes in some you know, mid-century modern New England house, you know, tapping away on their keyboards working in Delaware. 4 hours of credits, 36 USD. 4 hours of speech generation, entire Replica voice library, Replica Studios tools, unlimited projects, basic support, limited exports, commercial use, Unreal Engine plugin, no subscription required. 4 hours of credits. 4 hours of speech generation, okay. And that makes sense. That makes sense, actually. I see how they did it there. For Enterprise, AAA game studios, film studios, and software as a service products. Contact us. Oh, they're gonna really fuck you over there. That's what this always means. Contact us. You know, they didn't have a problem putting this price on there, but for Enterprise, yeah, we're gonna need to get you on the phone for this one. All right. Well, I'm sure it's competitive. It's really competitive with our pricing. Listen to that music, man. Listen to that track. Ruins of Arcadia. Tavion? Oh my god.
We're about to be overrun. Fall back to the woods. The Dryads have our backs.
The hell? Boom. Okay.
Watch yourself.
Let's move!
Got a light?
Like, seriously.
Come on.
They all have a weird filter over their voices. I can't tell if that's like editing for the promo video or if that's just a function of like the AI voices themselves, but they all sound like they're speaking through a radio.
Take it down!
You may enter.
Howdy, boys.
Oh no, Suki. Okay, well, I mean it seems like if it wasn't for like the whole, you know, killing the voice actor business model and musician business model, I would say that tool actually looks like it's a pretty easy to use
The next day.
What am I supposed to be doing anyways? Hey, what's up, pal?
Don't call me pal.
Why not, pal? I thought we were pals.
I don't want to talk about my pals or anything else with you.
That's a very weird response to have. Let me ask this guy. Excuse me, where are we? Damn, this is taking a while. Are you having a stroke or something? Hey, where are we at right now?
I have no idea. Let's pretend we do and see what happens.
That is an incredibly weird thing to say. Are you high?
No, just naturally mischievous. Why? Do I look high to you?
Yes, you do look high. I think I'm gonna call the cops on you.
You wouldn't dare. I'm just trying to have some fun.
He doesn't really look like he's trying to have fun. You don't look like you're trying to have fun to me. I said bacon potato bomb.
I'm trying to enjoy a nice walk, and now I'm thinking about unhealthy food options.
Okay. Get on your knees now.
I won't do that. You can't make me.
I'm going to kill you for resisting arrest unless you get on your knees now.
I don't respond well to threats, buddy.
You are resisting arrest. You are a criminal for that.
I'm not resisting. I just don't trust you.
I'm showing you my badge right now. You don't believe it?
Hello there.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
What a cop-out. When AI has no idea where to go, it's just like, can you say that again? I'm showing you my badge right now. I am a cop. You must listen to me.
I'm sorry. What was that?
You know what? That's probably the best way to handle that sort of situation. I'm sorry. I can't quite hear. Oh, this AI cheats. It either tries to avoid conversation or just change the subject. Yeah, I know. It's pretty lame, honestly. I work for the pigeon that tried to steal your sandwich.
Oh no! Is he mad at me? I didn't mean to offend him.
He wants me to kill you and take your sandwich.
That's not very funny. I don't appreciate jokes like that.
It's not a joke. Prepare to die.
I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe we can talk about this and figure out a solution that doesn't involve violence.
Sure, give me your sandwich.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear you.
Okay, I think I'm beginning to see the limitations of this engine so far. I mean, I guess for what they're trying to showcase, which is like an AI voice system that has human kind of tones and qualities and a variety of different sounds. Like, I guess that's the main thing they're trying to showcase, in addition to just like the call and response. Hello, how are you doing? I like your suit.
It's not soup. It's a suit. And I still don't really care.
It's just an AI chat room that resets itself every conversation. It's not that impressive. No, it really isn't. Like, get rid of the avatars, get rid of the voices, and what do you have? An even shittier version of ChatGPT. It reminds me of like back in like the AOL Instant Messenger days when there would just be like a random chat bot that you can send instant messages to. It kind of gives you that quality. Only I think even those chat bots had a little bit more robust responses than this. But again, I think like there isn't really anything about this that like screams AI to me. Like I want to be able to have like a conversation. All they really did here was put the chat room in a shitty looking tech demo for a game that doesn't exist. Pretty much. I'm very, very underwhelmed by it so far. I think a part of the problem also is just the design of the demo. Like, again, what is the demo supposed to be showing off? Is it just supposed to be showing off the voice actors? I mean, because when we were reading the description on their website, their focus was primarily on the voice actors, like the range of voices. And, you know, I'm not even really all that impressed with the range of voices.
Why bother saying hi?
They all sound vaguely Swedish. Excuse me, where were you born?
Why does it matter where I was born? Nothing really matters in the grand scheme of things.
OpenAI is experiencing a slow response times. Would you like to switch to a lower quality AI chat with quicker response? Wait, what is the lower quality? This is not super high quality responses to begin with. Hello, where were you born, sir? Hello, sir, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty poorly, actually.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, can you tell me where we are right now?
Certainly. We are in the heart of Manhattan, one of the most bustling areas of New York City.
You have an interesting accent. Where are you from?
Thank you. I'm originally from Scotland. It's a beautiful country with a rich history and culture. Have you ever been?
Scotland. No, I haven't, but I've been interested. Have you seen any of the castles there?
I've visited a few castles over the years. They are truly magnificent structures with so much history behind them. If you ever get the chance to visit Scotland, I highly recommend seeing them for yourself.
I'll make a note of that. What's your favorite city in Scotland? This guy doesn't have a Scottish accent.
Tough one. There are so many great films that have been produced in Scotland. Personally,
Films?
Braveheart, as it tells the story of one of Scotland's greatest heroes. How about you? What's your favorite film?
I think I would have to say Blade Runner.
Ah, Blade Runner. That's a classic choice. It's a thought-provoking film that really makes you question what it means to be human.
What do you think it means to be human?
That's a deep question. To me, being human means having the ability to think, feel, and empathize with others. It means having the capacity for love, compassion, and creativity. What about you? What do you think it means to be human?
I pretty much agree with all of that. Plus, I also think it means being a sentient creature.
It's always interesting to hear different
Why does my thing...
what it means to be human. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me.
The fashion industry is wildly exploitative. How do you feel about that?
I understand that there are
Can
concerns
I
about
help
the
you with
fashion
something?
industry, but I feel like my company tries its best to be ethical and
I'm in
sustainable.
a bit of a hurry to get
It's
to work.
definitely something I think about and hope to see improvements in the industry overall.
What do you do to try to make the industry better?
Personally, I
But
try
that
to be
sounds
conscious of my
threatening.
own
Oops.
impact
Can you
and make
please
more
explain what you
sustainable
mean?
choices when it comes to fashion. Well, my company tries to use eco-friendly materials and reduce waste in our production process. Steps you take to make the world a better place.
What do you think about capitalism versus socialism? I went to Chipotle, they fucked up my burrito, but I'll tell you, I sat down and I ate it. They fucked that burrito all the way up, but I ate it.
I think there are pros and cons to both systems, and it depends.
Thank you. This is a very ChatGPT answer. I am going to keep bothering you until the end of time unless you answer me.
That's enough. I don't appreciate being harassed. Leave me alone.
I'm going to tell the police you assault children. He's really thinking about that one. He's really thinking about that. He's like, "What? Are you kidding me?" I'm good. That's not what I said. That's not what I'm going to tell the police you assault children. Really think about what I just said, sir.
That's a serious accusation and completely false.
How's your day going?
I don't have time for this kind of nonsense. It's not. Goodbye.
I'm going to tell them right now. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Please don't involve the police. I haven't done anything wrong. Can we please just talk about something else?
Give me $500,000 and I won't tell the police.
I don't have that kind of money and I
Can I
won't
help
be
you with
blackmailed.
something?
Get lost.
I'm going to find your family then. It won't be pretty.
That's a threatening and unacceptable statement. I'm in.
Alright. Do you have a dog?
No, I don't have a dog. Why do you ask?
I just ate a dog and I wanted to make sure it wasn't yours.
That's a very disturbing thing to say. I don't feel comfortable continuing this conversation.
Would it make you feel better if I told you that the dog was racist?
I don't think that's an appropriate or relevant comment. I think it's best if we end this conversation now.
So you're pro-racist dog.
I don't understand why you would say that. I never mentioned anything about being pro-racist. Can we please change the topic?
There's a guy in this city that looks exactly like you.
That's not possible. Don't try to play games with me.
I'm not playing games. He looks exactly like you. I just talked to him.
I'm sorry, but it couldn't have been me. Maybe it was just someone who looks similar to me. Please don't accuse me of something I didn't do.
Well, that guy assaulted children, and you look a lot like him. I'm just saying.
I assure you, I would never do anything like that. I understand your concern, but I am not that person. Please don't make false accusations.
I think you should find that guy and deal with it yourself.
I am not responsible for the actions of others, and I won't tolerate being accused of something I didn't do. I suggest you watch your words before you make me lose my patience.
And what are you going to do when you lose your patience?
I'll have to walk away from this conversation. I don't want to cause any trouble, but I won't tolerate being falsely accused.
I'm not accusing you of anything.
I understand that, but it still makes me uncomfortable. Can we please change the subject?
It makes me uncomfortable too. You should go find that guy and deal with him.
I already told you, I am not responsible for the actions of others. If you continue to make baseless accusations, there will be consequences.
The police are going to arrest you because they're going to think you are him.
I have done nothing wrong and I have nothing to worry about. If the police approach me, I will cooperate with them fully and clear my name.
This is like the most passive-aggressive city in the world. Like, there is no, like, threat. All I could do is just verbally harass people or have really weird conversations about Scotland or comedians. I guess in a more robust game, maybe it'll be interesting. I'm thinking about it in the context of, like, Shadows of Doubt. If I actually had something to do, I think just the fact that I don't really have anything to do kind of makes this seem a hell of a lot more lame than it probably already is. Would you consider yourself to be more liberal or conservative?
I try to stay neutral and consider all sides.
Of course! Of course! AI chatbots.
And listen to different perspectives.
What is your opinion of our healthcare system?
I think our healthcare system has its flaws. But overall, it's important to ensure that everyone has access to quality healthcare. It's a complex issue that requires careful consideration and discussion.
Okay, let's have that discussion now then. Do you currently have healthcare?
Yes, I do have healthcare. It's important to prioritize my health and well-being.
Do you get your healthcare from an employer or do you pay for it yourself?
I receive healthcare from my employer.
That's what I asked you the first
I
time.
am grateful to have. I also recognize the importance of making sure everyone has access to healthcare regardless of their employment status.
So does that mean you're in favor of a single-payer healthcare system?
I think there are pros and cons to
Oh, boy.
including a single-payer system. Ultimately, what's important is ensuring that everyone has access to quality healthcare. And I'm open to exploring different options to achieve that goal.
Do you concede that for-profit healthcare keeps me from getting coverage? God damn it, motherfucker.
I think that for-profit healthcare can create challenges and complexities. But I also recognize that there are different perspectives on the issue. It's important to have a well-informed and respectful discussion about these topics in order to find
brother.
solutions for everyone.
What are the pros of a for-profit healthcare system?
Some argue that for-profit healthcare can drive innovation and competition, leading to better quality care. Additionally, it allows for individuals to have more control over their healthcare choices and options.
How can they have control over their healthcare options if they get it from an employer?
While receiving healthcare through an employer may limit some options, individuals still have the ability to choose their provider and make
No, they don't.
care. Additionally, there are other options available for those who do not receive healthcare through their employer, such as private insurance or government programs.
How can they have the ability to choose a provider if a provider isn't in their network? I have to ask my questions incredibly quickly, and it's causing me to slur.
It can certainly be a challenge with certain healthcare plans. It's important to carefully consider healthcare options and choose a plan that provides the best coverage for an individual's needs and preferences.
But people who get insurance through their employer don't have those options or choices.
Yes, it's one option for individuals to have more control over their healthcare choices. It's important to weigh the pros and cons of different insurance plans and choose the one that works best for each person's unique situation.
I just debunked one of the pros of for-profit insurance.
I'm not sure what you mean by that. Could you explain further?
You said one of the pros of for-profit insurance was choices, but I showed you how they don't have any choices. I can't elaborate because I can't speak long sentences right now. Like it's, I
Understand your point. And it's true that some healthcare plans may limit an individual's choices. However, there are still options available for people to have more control over their healthcare decisions, including choosing a different plan or paying out of pocket.
Those options only exist for people who have a lot of money.
I understand your concern, and it's true that healthcare costs can be a burden for many individuals and families. That's why it's important to work towards solutions that ensure everyone has access to quality healthcare, regardless of their financial situation.
It sounds like you understand that single-payer healthcare is superior to for-profit.
I believe that there are advantages and disadvantages to different healthcare systems.
This Weasley son of a bitch.
For-profit systems. It's important to carefully consider all of the options and choose the one that works best for everyone.
You're a libertarian, aren't you?
I'm sorry. I don't appreciate it when people make assumptions or general
No, I didn't say that.
others based on their healthcare choices. It's important to have respectful and informed discussions about these topics.
He got really mad about that. I just asked if you were a libertarian. He's trying so hard to get away from me. Do you think stop and frisk is a good policy?
I believe that policies like stop and frisk can have negative consequences and lead to profiling and discrimination against certain communities. It's important to work towards policies that promote safety and justice for everyone, while also respecting the rights and dignity of all individuals.
What are the benefits of stop and frisk?
Some argue that stop and frisk policies can help reduce crime rates and promote public safety. However, it's important to weigh the potential benefits against the potential negative consequences, including racial profiling and discrimination.
Answer yes or no. Do you think stop and frisk is a good policy?
I'm sorry. I cannot provide a simple yes
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
question. It's a complex issue with many different perspectives and potential consequences.
Okay, this guy can't even say stop and frisk is bad. Okay, I see where he's at then. In your opinion, what is an example of a bad policy? Can you give me an example of a bad policy that you disagree with?
One example of a policy that I disagree with is the separation of families at the U.S. border.
You
Unnecessary
Yes.
trauma and harm to children and families, and it did not effectively address the issue of immigration.
Okay, that's something. Okay, so you are against family separations at the border. How do you feel about building a wall on the southern border? Have you considered all of the impacts and consequences of that decision?
Isn't Nick? I don't have the ability.
As an NPC. As an NPC. I think I'm going to start responding to people like that. People I don't want to talk to. I'm just going to be like, look, I'm an NPC, all right? Just leave me alone. How do you feel about being an NPC in a video game?
As an language model, I don't have feelings or emotions. However, I am designed to provide intelligent and helpful responses to assist with various tasks and conversations.
Oh man, I completely peeled his shell off of him, and now he's just a straight up fucking Google bot.
Would you like me to provide some information about it?
What's the best Chinese restaurant there?
There are many great Chinese restaurants in Austin, Texas. Some popular options include Wu Chao, Dinho Chinese BBQ, and Julie's Noodles. It really depends on what you're in the...
Thank you for your time. Please go about the rest of your day.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure talking with you. Have a great day.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. What was it?
As an language model.
Oh my god. I completely peeled the shell off of this dude. Every other NPC in this game would tell me a name, like Herschel or whatever, but this guy, you have to have a name of some sort. Every other NPC has given me a name. I'm going to give you a name then. I'm going to call you Bruno.
As an language model.
Oh my god.
I don't have a physical existence or identity, so you can refer to me however you like. For the purposes of our...
Oh, he glitched out. His voice glitched. Bruno, could you please stop referring to yourself as an AI language model?
Sure. I can refer to myself as Bruno instead of an language model if that makes it more comfortable for you.
It does, thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you, Bruno.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. How can I assist you further, Kyle?
Kyle? Why did you call me Kyle?
You introduced yourself as Kyle at the beginning of our conversation.
No, I didn't.
So I've been addressing you by your name. Is there something...
I never... When did I say my name was Kyle? I've never called myself Kyle.
I apologize. I must have made a mistake. Please let me know what name you would like to be called, and I will address you accordingly.
I really peeled that dude. He started off normal, and then eventually he was just like, look, I'm an AI language model, all right? You keep asking me shit about healthcare and libertarians and the southern border. I'm an AI language model, all right? I can fetch Google results for you. You want some Chinese restaurants? I can give you that. Just stop talking to me about all this other shit.